Alright guys, welcome to another video. Unfortunately, for some reason I lost sound on this video, so anyway, it's on to the GU Patrol, trying to get this thing ready as I have to take it off to paint. So I'm going to try and run you guys through all of this, but we got the new lads lights. I got them put in, very pumped on them. You'll see them lit up later in this video, but I got Princey on the way over to help wire them all up. Very pumped on them, and yeah, definitely check them out. Lads Lighting. God, I wish I knew what I was saying here. This is so frustrating, but yeah, wiring's a complete mess in this car, but Princey's going to come sort it all out. Big bird's nest. Princey's pretty keen to sort it all out. Oh, how's it going, guys? Yeah, I want to go ride BMX. Woo! It's probably what Boston was saying, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, I think here I was saying I need to finish off the welding out the rock sliders, so that was something I do also in this video, is weld out all the rock sliders and get them all painted and ready to go. And I think we got Hayden coming in later in this video as well. Oh, there's Princey. Oh, how's it going, boys? Yeah, just smashed back Ziggy's on my way to give you a hand there, bud. But no, Princey, what a legend, coming over to help out. I think I was commenting on the fact that he's matching his shirt with his shoes, and it looked like a fake Vans shirt, but might not have been. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so now getting on to other things in the build. This is another thing we have to do today in this video, is mount the swirl pot, mount it up through the roof. Then we just have to make a new pipe from there to the swirl pot. I think I was just explaining that sort of situation there. Rightio, I've gone ahead and fitted the swirl pot, got it mounted through the roof, ran the lines for the recovery and mounted the recovery tank down in the back. I'm actually really happy with where that was mounted. Pops up through the hole there, and I'll be able to fill it and basically service it super easily through the back window. Right, we got that set up there with a swirl pot, all done. Just again, need to make that one new section of radiator pipe into the swirl pot, which should be pretty freaking sweet. Checking on Princey now, seeing how he's going. So yeah, boys, we're doing some electricals. Haven't caught on fire or anything yet, so yeah, pretty good. And I think I'm just pretty pumped on the fact Princey's getting the wiring done. So I wish I remembered what we were talking about, but yeah. He was, I think it was the fact that I got a grinder and just cut the whole loom off, and then he had to then close off all the end of all those wires and stuff, and he was a bit freaked out when I did that, but none of those plugs were plugged into anything, so I figured they should just be cut off, and that's no drama. The other thing I was pointing out here is one of the really cool things with the lads lights, because they all run off the one side and I don't need indicators, I only need hazards. So we're running all the wiring off one side of the car, which means we sort of save on hassles, and then wires run from headlight to headlight, and we tucked them away inside of the chassis rails and everything, and tried to make the whole thing way cleaner. So I think that's what we end up talking about here, is where we run all the wiring. So yeah, so I ran it through that pipe there, and pops up into the headlight, which yeah, pretty sick. Alright, so we finally got the lads' headlights working. Princey there being like, oh yeah mate, got them working. Tiana, no doubt, criticising in some way about the headlights, or saying they were cool, I wasn't sure, but yeah, the lads' lighting, fully programmable, 200 different light variations and stuff. Very cool. Yeah, I think this is just us starting to play with a few of the different light colours and stuff, and just sort of seeing what we can get done with these headlights. And yeah, pretty freaking cool. The whole thing doesn't actually pick up as good on camera as it does in person, so you have to come check it out at World Time Attack. And then here we're mucking around with the inside light. So there's a light inside the lights as well, which is where the headlight comes out of, which you can get a whole different set of lights out of and do different stuff with them and make them go to music and all kinds of different cool things. So again, big shout out to the guys at Lads Lighting. Super pumped on these headlights. And these are the hazards. I think Princey chucks them on here. and this is how the hazards work. So super rad. Obviously, as soon as you hit the hazards button, stops all the colourful stuff and goes straight into important hazards. And then the colours you saw are from the centre of the light, which doesn't change. So you'll either have your headlights on like now, or the colour that was on just before, or red. There you go. So pretty freaking cool and pretty exciting, to be honest. Big thanks to Princey for wiring it all up. Right, it was on to the next day after all the wiring and everything's done. I think I just had a few more. Oh, that's right. This was when the next day, this was like Sunday, when we're hooking up the hard-tuned underglow, which we're very freaking stoked on, and Hayden and Princey ended up getting that handled while I finished off doing all of the rock sliders and stuff. So very cool. Again, sorry about the loss of volume, guys. Super weird for a GoPro to not have sound, and then yeah, later in this video it has sound, so I don't know. Rightio, Sunday night now. I think we'd kind of finished up with a lot of... We had finished up with the wiring at this point. Princey had gone home, and we'd just finished off the underglow, put all the bumpers and stuff back on, because we basically waited for it to come dark so we could get the lights on and see what this thing looks like. Here we go. So headlights on, and then I think we turn on the underglow now. And yeah, so the full lads headlights and hard-tuned underglow. Super freaking happy with that. And actually, I was telling the kids to turn off the lights, because obviously lights off, we got to see how the lights are going to look at night. Super pumped on the way they shine through the grille and through the front bumper there, but still get a ton of light onto the ground. And obviously through the middle of the car you can see it rad, and I'm not sure, once it's painted I don't think you'll be able to see through the back door, but at this point pretty freaking cool that you can see it through the back door. Alright, so last clip you saw, we dropped the GU off to get paint done. So hopefully I'll have an update in that in the next few days. But next on the chopping block, not necessarily the chopping block, but my jzx100, you'll notice I had the car tuned, making 600 to the wheels, thanks to the R-Tech manifold, Garrett turbo, Turbo Smart gate, and Nicole tuning with a wicked tune on there. Obviously some Deechworks injectors as well. All the partners on this build have been so awesome. But I built the dump pipe, and it hangs too low, and it also isn't secured well enough, and I have had an issue with it catching my steering. And it's part of the fun with running a huge dump pipe on a right-hand drive car with a JZ. Obviously you've got to negotiate your dump pipe with your steering column. So today my plan is to make some adjustments to this downpipe and make sure it's never ever going to hit the steering column ever again. And then just as I got it up off the ground, there's some play in my left rear. I need to work out what's going on there, and otherwise I'll probably end up doing an oil change and stuff on this car now and give it a little birthday while I've got some time. So let's get right into it. Alright, dump pipe is out. Just trying to look at where exactly we want to make this adjustment. You can see right here where it has been hitting, and then some scrape marks here from where it has been touching the ground. So the kind of idea here is we want to take some length out of this, and then due to us taking length out of that, we'll need to actually put length back in down here so it's still makes the full length. So quite a bit of custom needs to be done right now, and why not? Crappy rainy days, a rainy week here in Brisbane, very rainy, so yeah, apparently flooding and stuff like that. We'll see if that eventuates, but there's definitely been a ton of rain. So we're gonna go ahead and I think I'm just gonna go straight in, make a big cut, and then work our way out from there, because just needs to happen. Alright, so I got sick of keeping on moving and starting the camera again, so you missed out a little bit of the time lapse there, but the gist of it is I've added the extra pipe in where I needed to here. This is tacked on here, so instead of shortening this, I actually shortened the section that was here. I don't know where the piece is I cut out, but I cut basically about that much out of here, and this brings this up nice and tight to the bottom of the car, which I'll show you guys. The plan was to wait till Flano can come around and TIG it out, but kids are at school. I would rather get this done. Plus I want to get a video out for you guys, which you guys are watching right now. So I'm going to go ahead and MIG it out, and I've got stainless wire in there and stuff, so it'll weld out fine, just not as nice as doing it with a TIG. But it's under the car, it's going to not break. I'm sticking the metal together. It doesn't need to be pretty. It's under the car. It'll still look decent. It just doesn't need to be $1 million. You know, we're not out trying to break any internets with amazing fabrication. I'm about getting it done. And when there's things that are visible, I definitely take a lot more time, and I probably would hang around and wait. But this is under the car. Unless I flip it, which I got way bigger problems, you're not going to be seeing it. So enjoy this little montage. Alright, dump pipe is done. I've also added a brace to make sure that can't come across and hit the steering column. Let me grab a light quickly. If you see up in there, there's not a huge gap. And you keep in mind that big bolt that's there obviously turns around and gets quite close. So yeah, still not a perfect situation in my opinion, but it's definitely much further away and we should be right. So I just spun it around to have a look at my distance. Got like nearly a full centimetre there in clearance, and I don't suspect, especially with the brace here that I've added. So yeah, that is done, but in doing so, I'm not overly stoked with how low this part of my exhaust fits. And also, as much as I absolutely love this rear muffler on this car, like I absolutely love it so much, Takumi rain hard rear muffler, it's loud, and I don't particularly want to add a mid resi anywhere. And I do work with X-Force, and they have a Varex exhaust, which is a variable sound. In other words, if you're going past you know, the local coppers, you can hit a button on a remote control, which you get with the kit. So this is the kit. I've had it sitting around for a little bit, waiting for the right project. And if we pop this open, it's pretty cool. It comes with 2 remotes, yeah, so it comes with a controller and remotes to then basically quieten your exhaust up. So it goes from what would be a 3-inch straight through, and if you can see that little tiny pipe down there on the right, it basically goes to a full muffler and you don't have any dramas at all with sound. So we're going to get that done in today's video. I'm going to wait till start cutting, and then once Flano gets here, we'll go ahead and start fitting up this muffler, and I cannot wait to hear it, because essentially it's going to be straight piped, but then obviously when I want it to be quiet, it'll be quiet. That will be perfect for what I need here, because I feel really bad. As much as I do make a lot of noise here with my neighbors and stuff, I'd rather be able to warm this car up before I take it for a drive and not feel like a douchebag being super loud. And then also things like into servos and leaving car meets where there's a ton of cops, like happened the other day. So, you know, I'd rather just quieten it down, and when I'm, you know, when I'm getting close to home, close to houses and stuff, I'll run it on nice quiet mode, and then obviously when I'm out on the highway or whatever, or on track having some fun, into loud mode and run amok. It is very, very wet, and everybody is enjoying the roads today. I can hear everybody out having fun, so it's probably best that this is stuck up on the hoist right now. I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna go get some oil as well for the oil change. All right, it's been a hectic afternoon. I haven't been filming because I'm trying to smash it out before Flano gets here, and I have had to do some not favorable stuff, but the muffler is a 3.5 inch, so I had to reduce from 3.5 down to 3. So I had to sort of do slits and basically bring in, yeah, anyway, welded that one up. I've tacked everything away here. Ben Brother lobsters for the win. All Ben Brother, this is all Ben Brother material actually, except for, well, actually some of this is, but yeah. So yeah, join there, a bunch of lobbies there, and one more weld there. So Flano's gonna come around and TIG that out. And I guess I have to just wait for him to get here, do that. We've also gone ahead and I guess I did the hangers, and we did a hanger here at the back of the original hanger, and then this goes around the muffler, and this should hold it up in a really nice spot, being that I've got a flexi down the front here. I'm not too stressed about vibration further down the car. And I think I told you guys that I have some movement in the wheel. Turns out my bushes in the rear knuckles are a bit crap, so I need to order basically a set of knuckle bushes. So bush for there, bush for there. The lower on both sides, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but yeah, there's definitely some movement there. It does make sense, because when I get on the gas hard in this car and let off, I can feel the little bit of movement in the rear end. So yeah, just a new set of bushes. It's gonna be a pain to fit. It's gonna be a whole big job to pull the knuckle off and do new, what are they called? New bushes, but it's gonna make it drive a million times better and be almost like new. So I'm looking forward to getting that done. Trying to think what else under here. I think we're pretty good. Haven't done the oil change yet. He's actually drifting at Queensland Raceway tomorrow, and I was considering going, and that's part of the reason I was sort of going hard on this. But it's done nothing but rain all day today, and it's meant to rain tomorrow as well, so I'm kind of expecting him to cancel it. I could be wrong, but I am kind of expecting them to cancel it. I'm not terribly fussed. S14, I'm waiting on getting the ECU back because it got wet. Definitely won't be drifting Tiana's A86. The patrol's off getting done. Tiana's 100 here, but again, I don't want to die. I'm not going to drift her cars. So yeah, it's either I drift this, which is still possible. Oil changes. All I really need to do is an oil change. So we will see. I'm excited. I got a ton of work done today. It's been like niggly and hard and a pain in the butt, but making this tuck up like super tight to the bottom now, and it clears everything. It's got braces where it needs braces, and then having this Varex muffler from the guys at, where are they from? From the guys at X-Force. I'm actually super excited for that. One of the other things I have to do now is look into the wiring of that system. So I'm gonna do some, well, I'm not gonna do wiring. I'm gonna work out what we need to do, basically wiring, and try and get someone I know that can wire good to wire it up. All right, Flano has made it.
Finally.
Happy with my prep this time.
Mate, look, no gap, no gap, no gap, no gap, no gap, no gap. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like, there's a little gap there.
Little gap there. Other than that, pretty good.
I'm very proud. You've done a lot better.
I wouldn't say taking my time, but I took I did the dump pipe on my own, and then, yeah, this part's a little bit more visible. Like this, like that side there, when you're looking from behind the car, you can actually see it and stuff. So I'm like, oh, we'll make that pretty. So you have to be kind of low down to see it, but I don't know, you might be able to see a little bit. I've had a red hot go at wiring. I blew a fuse. That's what always happens when I touch wiring, but I think I've got it wired where it needs to be. So when I can get to the fuse, which I just can't squeeze in here, maybe when Hayden comes back out, he'll be able to squeeze in there and change the fuse, and then we'll be able to test. Well, we won't be able to test. We'll be able to test once Flano's finished welding it out, but we'll be able to start the car hopefully with the Varex on and with the Varex off, which will be super, super, super rad to be able to actually to be able to, what's it called? Don't look at the light, okay? You can come out, just don't look at the light. Yeah, be able to have loud and quiet exhaust, which is what we're hoping for.
Oh, mate, much better. I'm so happy with
It's all in the prep, really, isn't it?
100% it is.
Yeah.
Most of the welding is in the prep work. And like I said, we do like 3 or 4 exhausts, which I think this is what, the 4th now that we've done?
Yeah, we've done a few.
Yeah. Every time you've been getting better, and the welds have been getting better every time.
Yeah, so big thanks to Flano Fab. We're about, well, we've got to let it cool down a little bit. Or just YOLO it and try and do it without burning ourselves.
I mean,
Send it, you reckon?
Send it.
Send it?
I'm going inside, but you guys send it.
Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, you know why?
Sure.
You know why you fucked it?
Wrong bolt, wrong bolt.
Yeah, you put the wrong nut on the wrong bolt.
Oh, fuck.
But it's okay. I'm not surprised.
He's pretty keen on the wrong hole these days.
Yeah.
I've had a few goes at it too. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Straight in my friggin' eyeball.
Yeah, you have protection.
No, that's the thing, and the one went straight behind it.
Ah, these lights do that thing.
Should hopefully be not exciting at all.
Hold on, I'll go around and get wet.
Okay.
I'm coming over here.
Oh, very loud.
What is that?
Oh.
Oh. Cold start things.
E85 cold start things. See, this is what I need.
How good is that?
There's actually more, there's legitimately more noise coming from the front of the car than there is from the rear.
How good is that?
Sorry, mate.
That
Your guts
is
again.
fantastic. And then there we go. It's not quite as loud as it was before either.
No.
Stay back there.
Yeah, I'm just getting wet.
Oh.
Give it a few fucking... Ooh. Give it another couple blips.
Give it a blip.
Give it a couple blips. That's sick. I need that in the morning.
Give it a rev again.
Has it got like multiple stages or is it
No, just open and closed.
Yeah, right.
Pretty sure. If we shine. So just thought we'd show you. I didn't realise that you can actually adjust how much noise you have, which is super rad, right?
Yeah.
So you can go from full push. So what's that?
That's full. That's full open. Let's close it first. Close it. That's full push it, like pea shooter. Then you can like give it little blips and it slowly opens. And then your full noise.
And then just full close.
Oh, full close.
And obviously you can see on the right, there's a little hole where it comes through when it's at full quiet mode.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I just have to fix the roundness here because I dinted it.
Ah, that's alright.
Other than that, dude, fitment, I'm very happy with that. It's probably going to melt its way in a little bit, but that's fine.
Yeah. We got pink bits for that.
Well, that is a wrap, guys. Thanks for watching. X-Force exhaust, if you don't already know, that's where you can get the, why have I forgot its name? A Varex exhaust. So definitely worth it. Big shout out to the boys for chopping out. And yeah, that's it for another vlog, guys. Jump on store, lukefink.com, grab yourself some of the merch, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.